Ectopic pregnancy is presence of pregnancy in wrong place, that is other than the womb. It can be present in ovaries, it can be present in the fallopian tube. The risk of ectopic pregnancy is in natural pregnancy is around 2%, whereas in IVF and IUI pregnancy is less than 2%, approximately 1.4 to 1.5%. IVF actually decreases the risk of ectopic pregnancy, but it does not guarantee that the ectopic pregnancy will not occur 100%. So what are the risk factors which may actually lead to ectopic pregnancy in IVF? We all know that in IVF, the embryo, the baby that is formed in the lab is actually put inside the uterus, whereas in natural pregnancy, the baby or the embryo is formed in the fallopian tube. So that's why there is increased risk in natural pregnancy to have an ectopic pregnancy, whereas in IVF, where we are keeping the embryo inside the uterus, the risk should be absolutely nil. But what happens in IVF pregnancy, why it actually may lead to ectopic pregnancy, is that there are certain risk factors, that is if there is an associated tubal factor infertility or patient has a damaged tube, such tubes may actually suck the embryos towards them, and ectopic pregnancies may happen in IVF too. So one of the other factors which may lead to ectopic pregnancy in IVF is the transfer of multiple embryos. So when 3 or more embryos are transferred inside the uterus, there is always a risk that 1 or 2 embryo may get sucked into the fallopian tube, and there are peristaltic movements, that is movements of the uterus. There are waves that come in the uterus and the fallopian tubes which may push the embryos inside the tube and may lead to ectopic pregnancy. So there are ways that have been now been followed to decrease the risk of ectopic pregnancy in IVF. These are that we are implementing more and more single embryo transfers, and we transfer the embryos at the blastocyst stage. So this decreases the ectopic pregnancy rate to less than 0.8%. So such cases where there is a previous history of ectopic pregnancy, it is advisable that we go for a single embryo transfer and at the blastocyst stage, because a blast is a heavy embryo compared to a day 3 embryo, and the window of movement for the embryo is not there in blastocyst compared to day 3 embryos. So the ectopic pregnancy rates are almost decreased to almost less than 0.8% in patients where single embryo transfer at blastocyst stage is employed.